ask questions is a function of intelligence. It's a function of intelligence. Making critical analysis and asking questions to clarify situations is a function of intelligence. It's filtration. It's the rational faculty. The rational faculty is to filter stuffs. So this process of devotional service is a process of questions and answer. The less advanced devotees inquire, the more advanced devotees clarifies. So making confidential, inquiring confidentially and revealing one's mind in confidence. These are part of the loving exchanges among devotees. Revealing one's mind in confidence and inquiring confidentially. So we should ask questions, and the questions we should ask should be questions based, they are called relevant inquiries. Relevant inquiries. They should be relevant to our level of consciousness, our level of development in devotional service. There are 9 stages of devotional service. So you should know your level, where you are. Then you ask questions based on that level. How can you make advancement from this level to the next level? These are called relevant inquiries. After all, Bhagavad Gita 4:34, start vidi pranipatina, pariprasnina sevaya, upadeshanti te jnana, jnanina stato darsina. We have to inquire from the spiritual master submissively. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render services unto him. The self-realized soul will impart knowledge unto you because he has known the truth. Okay, so that inquiry must be relevant, and it should not be in a challenging way. It should be submissive inquiries. Relevant and submissive inquiries. If you go and start asking him questions about what is the Guru, you are a spiritual master, you're supposed to know everything. What is the distance between the earth and the sun? You go and put him to test based on what you have known. Gurudev, I know that you know everything. What is behind this wall? Then when your friend is hiding behind the wall, you ask the Gurudev, what is behind this wall? Expecting the Guru to say, oh, it is your friend. The Guru don't put the Guru into test like that. Those are not the inquiries. Those inquiries are not relevant inquiries. Understand? Or say, yes, you present a mathematical question for him, some calculus, and say, Guru, you're supposed to know everything. Answer this question. You make a scatter diagram and tell him to bring all the pieces together. The Guru is not there to answer such questions like that. He's there to answer questions on how you can overcome lust, greed, envy, anger, those things that are keeping you in the material world, how to overcome them so that you can make steady progress in your spiritual life. That's what the Guru is there. So by questions and answers, one should gradually learn the process of devotional service. Anything you don't understand, be free to ask questions. So the Guru is there for you to ask the questions. Okay, and therefore there we teach, the Guru is there to teach by example what is called advanced mathematics, whereby in the material world, if you are proud, you are respected. I'm a professor, so I'm seeing this thing through my eyes, my level of understanding. So you put yourself above everything and you are tackling the problem from above. And you are speculating like this. In spiritual life, it's not like that. In spiritual life, you accept that God is inconceivable. First, you have to accept that God is inconceivable, materially inconceivable. It is beyond what you can understand, because earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego, all these are coming from him. These things are coming from him. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. You don't even know where they come from. They are incomprehensible to you. The sun is shining in one place, illuminating the whole earth. You don't know how it is happening. But all these are being controlled by somebody. So God is inconceivable. That's the first lesson. I cannot, and that is the meaning of offering obeisances. If Chitraketu Prabhu has not told you, Dr. Paul, if Chitraketu Prabhu has not told you, let me tell you now. The first principle in spiritual life is to offer obeisances. Yes, Hare Krishna. You offer obeisances. Offering obeisance means, God, you are inconceivable. I cannot understand you. So I surrender to you. Please reveal yourself to me. This is the meaning of offering obeisances. And Chitraketu taught you this. Dr. Paul. It's because of you that we are going backwards to talk this because we have already explained them before. You and Paul, the two Pauls in this place, there are two Pauls on this platform today. These two Pauls are very important devotees, but the two of them have ignored 3 classes, so they are dragging us back. As Chitraketu Putra Prabhu told you, Dr. Paul of Unkoko, that the first principle in devotional service, why we offer obeisances. Has he told you before why we offer obeisances?
Yes.
He has not. He has not, because you have not asked. You have not asked, so he has not told you. And you have been you have not asked. It's a relevant, this is called relevant inquiry. Why do we offer obeisances? Even the first week, you're supposed to ask. The very first week you come to this time, we're supposed to ask, why do you lie down and offer obeisances? And when you lie down, what are you saying? You didn't ask. So he has not told you after so many months. But I'm telling you now. And this is one of the relevant. Why is it relevant to do this course? It's called disciple course. Obeisances means, oh God, you are inconceivable. I cannot comprehend you with my tiny intelligence. Therefore, I bow down to you. Please reveal yourself to me according to what I can comprehend. That is the meaning of obeisances. Accepting
All
that
glory to
God.
you. All glories to you.
I catch you today. I catch you. Eh?
Yes.
Because you are not asking. Because you are not asking. He has not told you. He knows. But you are not asking, so he has not told you. So from today on, anything you are not clear about, just ask. Don't challenge you, but submissively ask. Prabhu, I don't understand this. Can you please explain this? So ask him other questions, compile your questions and begin to fire him anytime you meet him. Don't just be laughing with him when you meet. Understand? He's competent. But he's keeping it to himself because he feels you are not ready yet. Okay, so that is the beginning. In spiritual mathematics, humility, if you become the servant of God, if you say you are a servant of God, you are not actually considered advanced. But when you see yourself as servant of God, you are more advanced than the one who sees himself as the direct servant of God. And when somebody sees himself as the servant of God, that one is more advanced. So the more you see yourself as servant to infinity, to that degree, you are actually advancing. That means humility is the watchword of a devotee. Humility triumphs where pride falls flat on his face. The Western empirical philosophers are proud, so they cannot offer obeisances. And that is why for so many thousands of years, they have not been able to understand who God is, how he works. They are studying his creation, but they have not been able to connect the creation to the creator. They want to put something else as the source of everything. And therefore, in the process, death, which is the representative of God, will just clear them of the path. This is what has been happening. They speculate and speculate. Still, in the end, they don't comprehend anything. So we want you to teach the scientists when you meet them, when they challenge you. You challenge them, ask them questions. They say the sun is rising from the east every day and it's setting in the west every day. The different seasons are coming at regular intervals. The moon is coming at regular intercalculated intervals. And anything organized has an organizer. Anything that is organized has an organizer. Every design has a designer. So that means there is some intelligence behind this. So what is the intelligence behind this organized universal phenomenon? You ask him, ask the scientists. Then you will see great scientists struggling, trying to bring out something, manufacture something from his mental factory. And he will be failing in your presence. And he will give you a positive check in the end. We will talk about it in the future. In the future, not now. He posts it and he brings something that he is comfortable with to replace it. So we say this is spiritual principle. In spiritual principle, humility is the watchword. If you have a rosary or a chanting beat, there is one thing that is connecting all the beats together. The beats are individual. That's why you can count up to 108. There are 108 individual beats. But these 108 individual beats are connected by something to make them relevant as a chanting beat. And that is the rope. So humility is the rope that connects all the virtues together. Virtues without humility is no virtue. Understand? Just as the rope or the thread connects all the individual beats together to make a rosary or chanting beat, so humility connects. Humility is the thread that connects all the virtues together. Humility is the thread that connects all virtues together. Virtues without humility is nothing. So humility is the watchword of a devotee. Therefore, a devotee does not see himself as the direct servant of God. Rather, he sees himself as the servant or 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 the servant of God. And to the degree he sees himself down the line as the servant of God, to that degree he is actually advanced. He's the most advanced, the one who considers himself the most inferior. Actually is the most advanced. So this is spiritual mathematics. And by the same token, when this ripened fruit of devotional service comes down from the top of the tree to the next person, to the next person, the longer the list, the more tasty the fruit. So when this knowledge comes through, pure devotees, they meditate on it, they filter it, they send it down to the next person from the param, until when it gets to you, the longer the line of the pure devotees in the param, the sweeter it becomes. They have fine-tuned it till it becomes very relevant. That is the packaging Srila Prabhupada gave to us. Because initially when they received the knowledge, the sages received the knowledge directly from God. They analyze it, they brought it together, put it together, meditate on it, analyze it, interpret it, and it becomes tastier and they bring it to relevance in a way that common men like me and you can understand it. That is the peculiarity of Srila Prabhupada. Before, people were coming from the east to bring transcendental knowledge, but they didn't succeed. But Srila Prabhupada packaged it in a way that everything yoga becomes joyful yoga. What we are doing is the highest form of yoga, but it's so packaged in a way that you are doing yoga even without knowing. You are dancing, and that dancing is yoga. You are eating. That eating is yoga. Dancing, clapping hand, all is yoga. That is why Bhakti yoga is so special. In Ashtanga, you have to sit in a particular posture, close your eyes halfway, and sit on deer skin and kusha grass. So these are yogas, all leading to the same destination. But Bhakti yoga, instead of sitting and clapping and closing your eyes, trying to demonize the senses as the cause of all the problems, you are taught the process of engaging the senses in the service of the Lord melodiously, so that you can engage your tongue. It's only in devotional service that you can engage your tongue. You can engage your nose in smelling the flowers of the Lord. Engage your tongue in glorifying the Lord and tasting prasadam, and you are making advancement on top of it. You don't lock your mouth with padlock, as we do in other yoga systems. We don't eat for 3 months. You are performing austerity, all your body becomes skinny, then you are advancing. But Bhakti yoga process is diametrically opposed to this kind of rigorous body torture type of yoga. You are singing and dancing, taking prasadam, succulent prasad, opulent one. At the same time, you are making advancements. So every intelligent man is interested in participating in this kind of yoga. You sing. You don't give all the propensity to sing. You don't give all the propensity to dance. But you select what you dance to. You select the kind of song you sing. Understand? You replace lower engagements with higher engagements. And this is Bhakti yoga, engaging the senses in the service of the master of the senses without demonizing the senses. But other yoga systems, they demonize the senses. The senses are the cause of all the problems. They demonize the body. So instead of engaging the body and the senses, they try to stop the body and the senses from functioning. Then along the line, they fall down. Because you are a spirit soul. The spirit soul is by nature always active. So how can you hold it down for some time? This body is a garment is wearing. You can engage the garment in devotional service, transcendentally. Speak about the Lord authoritatively. Dance for Krishna. Dance for the Lord. Understand? Eat prasada for the Lord. The stomach is getting satisfied, but it is yoga. How beautiful is just a yoga? And who is that intelligent man who would not like to do that? You see? So please, 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 let us take advantage of this process. Take bona fide spiritual master who can guide us on this path. And again, one of the important things we discussed before, we need to refresh our memory because there are capsules that you need to take home, is that the spiritual master, the Vaishnavas or devotees of the Lord, they are universal God brothers. We are all God brothers and God sisters. Okay? Devotees of the Lord are universal God brothers and sisters. We are not alone. We are earthlings. But there are beings in other dimensions who are also doing this devotional service. The king of heaven, for instance, Indra, is a devotee of the Lord. He's not a pure devotee. You can see the position of pure devotees. He is not a pure devotee, but he is a highly elevated devotee of the Lord. Not pure devotee because he still has material desires to lord over, desire to control. So because he's a devotee, the Lord positioned him there so that he can fulfill those desires to propensity to control and at the same time make advancement by regulating his activities with devotional limits. So Indra is a devotee. He's your God brother if you join the family. Lord Brahma, who created these bodies, is a devotee. He's going to be your God brother if you connect properly. Understand? Yamaraj, the one that judges everybody according to their activities, is a devotee. He's a devotee. So if these are your God brothers, Narada Muni, Lord Shiva, if these are your God brothers, then you know that you are in a big universal family. Okay? And the gurus, the Prabhupada, them, they are the ones who are connecting us to this family. And the gurus are the ones connecting us, officially introducing us to this family. So initiation means official introduction to this universal family. And when you enter the family, big family like that, all the people you meet, you have to respect them. If you want to be peaceful, you have to respect them. That's why you need to cultivate humility rather than throw away your false pride. What are we proud of? If you want to be proud, you should create a particular body for yourself, your own body. We know that you are qualified to be proud. If you create a body for yourself, and enter that body and let that body be active, and you use that body, that means you can locate your head anywhere you like, maybe at the back. You locate your mouth and your nose, or your armpit, or you locate your hands. You may no, so anyway, you can dislocate everything that is there. You don't need to obey, the spell that is being, the particular body that is being designed like this. Create your own design. Then you can be proud of something. Now, if you are working under the design, or if you are working limited to the design of somebody else, what is the pride for? So spiritual life means put away that false pride. Replace it with true pride. True pride means you are proud that you are a devotee of God. You are proud to identify with God and talk about Him, dance for Him, and do things for His pleasure. That is a one who is worthy to be proud of anything. So anyway, having said that, we are saying that this big universal family, the spiritual master is the one that officially introduces you to this big family. And when you enter the family, you should respect everybody you meet there and all those who are still coming to join the family. Therefore, humility is what works there. Humility is the watchword in the courtyard of Bhakti or devotional service. Cultivate humility and shun pride, false pride. And all the people, universal devotees, they all have the same potency. We said the Lord is prophylactic, the Lord is antiseptic and prophylactic. Sudam apapa vidam. Sudam apapa vidam. This is the Lord. The Lord is antiseptic and is prophylactic. Antiseptic means sinful activities do not apply to the Lord. The Lord is beyond all sinful activities. Therefore, he is called Sudam Apapa Vidam. The Lord is antiseptic. He is not touched by sinful activities. Okay? Arrivo. Arrivo. It's antiseptic. It's not touched by sinful activities. And you can imagine, if the sun is not touched by sinful activities, how much more the Lord who made the sun? The sun is never contaminated. You don't know that? Anything you bring before the sun will be purified. The sun will dry it up. Even bring stool. It will dry it up and turn it into wood, fire. You can burn it and become useful. So if the sun, which is one of the innumerable creations of the Lord, has that potency to purify whatever comes in contact with it, what about the Lord himself? Sinful activities do not touch the Lord. Therefore, is Sudam Apapa Vidam, is antiseptic. But we say not only is it antiseptic, it is also prophylactic. Prophylactic means it's pure, and whatever comes in contact with him also becomes purified. So the pure devotees who came in contact with the Lord, who are serving the Lord, situated in that, they are all pure. And when a pure devotee makes somebody a devotee, he has the potency to purify that devotee also. So that purifying potency of the Lord is being carried by the pure devotees of the Lord. And you can also become a pure devotee. And whoever comes in contact with you will also become purified. So this is the prophylactic nature of the Lord. So the Lord is both antiseptic and prophylactic. Sudam apapa vidam. That is the Lord. So you are joining a family of people who are prophylactic and antiseptic. Universal family. And the example is given of a big banyan tree. A tree that is as big as Africa, as a whole continent. One tree. And it grows and it has innumerable branches spreading from Egypt to South Africa, from Cape Verde, from Cape Verde to Kenya. A big tree like this. On this tree, banyan trees are like that too, because when the branch turn to the ground due to gravitational forces, it becomes a root. And another branch will come up again, another tree will grow up, and it will also bend and touch the ground and become a root like this. In this way, it spreads all over. You don't know where the original root is, but it is everywhere. And the leaves, if you plug a leaf from any corner of this tree and squeeze it, the liquid that comes out of it has the same potency. If you pick a leaf in the branch extended to Cairo and squeeze it, the liquid that comes out of it, the juice that comes out of it, is the same as the leaf you pick in South Africa or Nigeria or Ghana. The same liquid is there. By the same token, the fruit that comes out from any corner of this tree in the universe has the same potency, the same taste. So similarly, all pure devotees should be respected because they carry the same antiseptic and prophylactic potency. So when the guru is the one that introduces you to this universal family. So you need a guru. And when you get the guru, you have to follow his instruction, because getting the guru is the beginning, but to keep you on track, to endear you to your guru, you have to follow his instructions. If you stop following the instructions of the guru, you stop becoming a disciple. You dislocate yourself from being a disciple. You see? So that is a different topic altogether. We will come to that. These topics are all interwoven, but we're starting from somewhere. And now, having said all this, we want to go to one topic that is not very sweet, because these topics are too palatable. They are too sweet. Let us take some topic that's a little bit bitter, so that there can be a balance. Too much of sweetness is not good. It's too sweet so far. So there is a concept called rhetoric. Okay, before even we go into that, let me say, we are expecting that all the gurus are perfect. Okay, these are some of the topics that we don't want to, they are not sweet, but we need to discuss them because we are all mature people and we are all intelligent. We expect that all the gurus are pure. That means a guru should not fall down. But there is a topic here we are going to address that talks about renouncing a guru. Because when you take a guru, it's a lifetime thing. But there are certain things that can make you to give up your guru. And those topics are not very palatable, but we still need to discuss them, because those are some of the reasons why we are doing this course. And one of the branches of those topics is called rhetoric. Rhetoric. But before we talk about the rhetoric, let me tell you that there are 3 types of guru. Not just 2. There are 3 types of guru. There is one guru that his 2 legs are in the spiritual world. That guru never falls. We don't want to discuss falling of a guru, but we just have to, because we are mature. There are gurus that are two legs in the spiritual world. Then there are the second class of guru that one leg is in the spiritual world, one leg is in the material world. And there is one other guru that is two legs are in the material world. Yet it's a guru. And all these gurus, they played some very important role in our spiritual life. That's why we call them gurus. It's like, for instance, you are locked up in a room and the light is turned off. There's one among you in the room that even in the darkness, he knows where the door is. He knows where the door is. So he can tell you that the door is there, but he's still with you in the room. He has not gone out of the room, but he knows where the door is. And he points to where the direction is. He can direct you. Go to this direction. If you go like this, you will jam a chair. If you go like this, right, you will jam a fridge. But you go straight like this. You raise your leg because there is a box somewhere there. You cross over it, then there is a door. You can open the door. If you follow his direction, you will surely get to the door. And if you open the door, you can go out. You can escape from that dark room. And once you are out, you can also call somebody that, look, oh, this direction, oh, I follow this route and I'm out. Oh, please just follow my voice and come. If you come here, you will also be out. So in this way, somebody who is in the room has knowledge of it. He has the theoretical knowledge, but practically is not grounded yet. There is a devotee. He can be a senior devotee, but he's not fully free from lust. But these things you need to be free from. They are very subtle. Lust, envy, greed, anger, and the rest. You see? So don't laugh at somebody who is not free from it yet. If you see a senior person who has been practicing for a long time, is not still free from these things, don't laugh at him. The medication is given, but based on how he took it, he made some advancement, but he didn't become fully free from it. He's not yet free from it because of how he's taking the medication. You see? But if you take the medication as it is presented, you can even become free before him. He knew about it. He was given the medication. He knows it. He can even tell others about the medication, but he himself doesn't take the medication properly. So there are people like that. So if you hear that there are some gurus that there are two legs on this side, don't be surprised. You see, this is a process of acharyaship, and everybody must live example. The gurus themselves still follow. They follow the principles. So if a guru at a point become complacent and allow some pride to enter into him, his sense of judgment can become corrupted. And Maya will just take advantage of it. Because Maya, the illusory energy, sees him as a threat. Because this is the person who has taken to the path of freedom and he wants to escape from a grip. So he becomes more attentive to his activities. Any slight mistake, she will just give him chastisement, punish him accordingly. You really want to be free, then you have to give up even the desire for adoration and distinction. A very advanced devotee can be subtly desiring adoration, distinction, name, and fame. These are very subtle. He's free from illicit sex, but the desire for adoration, name, and fame is a subtle form of illicit sex. He's not free from it yet. So the two legs are here. He can direct somebody, but he's also been still affected. Then the one that one leg is here, one leg is there, is very advanced, but still is not fully free yet. There are still subtle bondages. But the one, the two legs are on the other side, is actually completely a pure devotee. For that one, his vision changes, his activities changes, he's not happy when others are unhappy, and therefore he's ready to sacrifice all his comfort to make sure that other people are given the process, and is absorbed in that. He doesn't care for anything for his own personal gain anymore. Bhaktin Atta, your attendance today is epileptical. Your attendance is suffering from epilepsy. You come in, you go out, you come in, you go out at your own time. Your concentration, sharpen your focus. Stay and go no more. I order you to stay and go no more. Hare Krishna. Okay, so having said that, having ordered the Bhaktin Atta to stay and go no more, let me continue. So let us respect all the gurus, whichever category they belong. But here, some scenario happened in ISKCON. Now, ISKCON was just very few years old, like 10 years old, when Srila Prabhupada left the planet. And before he left, he appointed some 12 senior disciples to act as the governing body commission for ISKCON. So these 12 disciples, they were selected among other disciples because they were doing very well at that time. It was not that some of them were pure, fully pure. Understand? They were pure devotees, so highly pure devotees, but some of them, the chance is given for them to fully arrive there if they take full advantage. So after the Srila Prabhupada left, some of them became very, very popular. Became very, very popular, and the same service that were given to Srila Prabhupada was given to them. And to receive the worship of other people is not a small thing. You need to be fully situated in transcendence to be able to receive worship, because during worship, their energies, their sinful reactions are like being transferred to you if you are receiving the worship. So some of these gurus, they were enjoying the worship. When we do Guru Puja, the Guru is seated on the Vyasa, then we all bring paraphernalia, and everybody is singing, glorifying him. The posture of the Guru is that he receives this glory and he passes it on. He doesn't absorb it. Our gurus are being worshipped. They are not supposed to absorb the worship. They have their guru, so they should hold the feet of their guru and transfer it. That should be the mindset of the guru. But after so much opulent worship, some of the gurus at that time, they started enjoying it. They absorb it and being worshipped. So I'm superior to all these my God brothers now. Even my God brothers are coming to worship me. They do Guru Puja to me. And I'm very advanced now. So suddenly, Maya just creeping. A sense of superiority complex was awoken in some of them. In that process, they started expecting the same worship from their own God brothers and things like that. Then some of the God brothers also, who is this? I know him now. I know when he came to this movement. I could do this better than I could do this better. Is it because Guru gave him blessing by picking him to become Guru that he's becoming proud? Now he's expecting me to come and bow down to him. All those kind of stuff from all angles, from this way, that way, egos clash. So some blaspheme, some left, then some of these gurus had some fall down because pride goes before a fall. Some of the gurus had some fall down. And it's a ridiculous way, because false pride is one thing that Krishna doesn't tolerate. If you want to become a devotee and you have some modicum of false pride, Krishna arranges to remove that false pride from you. You see? it will come as like humiliation, but he also give you the strength to bear it. So if you bear it, you become an example that will be quoted later. But if you cannot bear it, then you will act in a way that it wasn't the situation for you. So some of these gurus started having complications. Not all. Some of them had complications. Then those God brothers who were a little bit envious, can you see now? You see him, he has fallen. You see, so they blow the thing, to the level that it becomes like they cannot be trusted. All these gurus cannot be trusted anymore. They start generalizing things, and there were some problems in ISKCON at that time. It is natural because it's considered a teething problem. If a child is growing along the line in the course of developing teeth, he has some fever and all that, it's part of the growth process. And if we want to evaluate ISKCON, say ISKCON is very, very successful. More than 50 years, Srila Prabhupada left. We are still together. The structure he established is still functioning. As opposed to many other systems that once the guru leaves, they scatter and everybody finds its way. But we are still on track. That means the system is potent and it's working. You see? Though these teaching problems are there. So mature devotees should sharpen their focus and not be disturbed by the teaching process. So some situations come in after analyzing all these situations back and forth. My network is something okay. So the gurus, they came up with this ISKCON disciple course. It's one of the things that came out of that, so that they can use it to help devotees sharpen their focus. So it's a very serious course, this disciple course. It's a very, very serious course, And it is a situation like if you have a socket, for instance, and the socket got spoiled where you used to plug your phones and everything. If the socket got spoiled, won't you replace it? You replace it. So assuming one is a guru and he has gotten disciples, and if the guru himself has problems, what happens to the disciples? This is one of the reasons why this course was generated. How to protect the disciples of such gurus. Is one of the reasons why this course was also generated. It was created to protect the disciples of gurus who have challenges that they could not manage. So on that level, when it gets to a manageable level, it becomes like a socket that is spoiled now. You have to replace the socket. You have to replace the spoiled socket with a new one. So some of these disciples, they take re-initiation. They were initiated before, their guru got problem. Now they have to be re-initiated. These topics are sensitive topics. And it is happening in ISKCON also. But I think we have become more stable now. But there are gurus that stood and they stood to the end. There are those that have challenges. Then they take rectification. They take the process for rectification. And so detail about this is given. And we say this retweak, the term retweak, it means proxy, initiation by proxy. Initiation by proxy. So this initiation by proxy is like, it's a process. His retweak was brought about by some of these senior disciples, Srila Prabhupada disciples. They said, if this is happening, let us do something. Let people initiate on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. Instead of them becoming the guru, receiving all the services, let us make them like they are now initiating on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. The disciples they initiate do not belong to them, but they belong to Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is the guru, but they are the ones who connect them to Srila Prabhupada. So let them remain on that platform. Okay, so that is the basis on which this initiation by proxy was generated. It has its advantages, but it has its disadvantage, more disadvantages. So generally, ISKCON body do not accept it. But there are some people who created some divisions and they say they want to go by that. So in ISKCON, there are some factions like that. They disconnected, that they have lost faith in some of the living gurus. So they can only accept initiating people on behalf of Guru, on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. So these are called the retweaks. The retweaks. But there are some arguments against the retweak. There are some arguments against that because in our Paramparam system, there is no situation like that in previous acharyas. Because we are getting this, it's gone through a chain of discipline, so it has not been done before. So we are not going to be the one to do it. Why? Because when you are given initiation, it's a thing of responsibility. See, initiation by proxy means you are initiating the people, but you are not taking the responsibility of taking them back home, back to God yet. You see, you want to enjoy being an initiating guru without taking the responsibility of a guru. That is the meaning. Let Srila Prabhupada take the responsibility while you enjoy the name that you are the guru. Just like something, Jesus Christ has died for us. So you can keep on sinning. On Saturday, on Friday, you go and confess your sin. Then on Monday, you sin till weekend again. Then the next day, you go and confess. Then you are free. Jesus Christ carried the cross on behalf of all of us. So nobody, in fact, just say you accept Christ and you are ready to, you are qualified to represent Jesus Christ. So this is a way of retweak. You must be ready to take the responsibility of a guru. It's a very serious subject matter. And it's happening on top level, and discussions are on top levels. And ISKCON standard is maintained based on these arguments that there cannot be retweak. Why? Because there was no such example. And instead, there are contrary examples whereby somebody tried to do that and the person was banished from the Vaishnava community. There were cases like that, not the reverse. So ISKCON does not accept retweak initiation. Okay? Even among us, some senior devotees, when they have problem with other senior devotees, they break away. They go and start their own preachings, and they don't subordinate to the structure that was left by Srila Prabhupada, but they want to be seen as gurus also, say they are initiating on behalf of their own spiritual master. This is not bona fide. They are avoiding responsibility while enjoying guruship. They are avoiding responsibility. So also, if they say we should go by retweak, it's another way of saying that Srila Prabhupada was not pure enough to make pure devotees. They are indirectly saying that Srila Prabhupada pure disciples cannot be pure devotees. So that means Srila Prabhupada was not pure enough to make other pure devotees. That is the meaning. And it's offense. Why? Because in ISKCON there are gurus that are still standing. There are gurus, and those living gurus are a proof that this process is a process that works. Since they become guru, they are not falling down. They have made thousands of disciples, and still they have not fallen. And their disciples are making other pure devotees. So there is a proof. That is a proof that this is a process that works, as against the retweak. So this is the controversial topic, and if we meet such people, what should be our attitude towards them? Because as we are trying to become devotees, if we are not careful, offenses against devotees can make us lose our taste in devotional service. So if we meet such persons who are retweaks and who are disgruntled towards the functioning ISKCON body, how do we relate to such persons? So after I talk about that, then we take question from Dr. Morris Nosika or Nosike. That such persons we should give distant respect. Okay? We should give distant respect. Actually, they were devotees. And they've done so much sacrifice. Some more than 40 years they have been in the movement. Yet they have these challenges. So we give them distant respect. We offer obeisance to them, we respect them as devotees, but we don't go too close to them. We don't go too close to them, meaning we don't go and take directions from them because already they are disgruntled and they will want to justify their stand whenever somebody comes close to them. And if you are not strong in this corner, you go to these people and you listen to them, you can be infected because they are more advanced than you philosophically and they have practiced for many years and they will see you that as a small boy before them. And if you listen to them, just as they are disgruntled, they will also make you commit offenses against people that you're supposed to serve, and you'll be electrocuted spiritually. So to avoid being electrocuted spiritually, you give them distant respect. Don't go too close to them. Don't associate with them closely. Don't take instructions from them. Just respect them, that the Lord is in their heart. They are devotees of the Lord. From a distance, no close association. Hare Krishna. So are there some questions or commentaries on these points? Now back to Morris Nosike. You can ask your question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Oh, my question is already answered. The question in mind is already answered. You've already explained it.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other question, please? Ask questions, so because most of you were not there from the beginning to now, and we are happy that the two Pauls are now with us. We want you to be fully present for the rest of the course so that we can go fast. We have some topics to trash. Are there some questions and commentaries on these points? Whatever you don't understand, you should clarify, please. On this level, there are two types of guru. There is the Siksha guru, there is the Diksha guru. The Diksha guru is the one that gives you initiation and is the one that takes responsibility for taking you back home, back to Godhead. Okay? But know that it is contractual in the sense that you say you are going to follow certain principles. No illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating fish or eggs. And you promise to chant at least 16 rounds before it gives initiation. At the time of initiation, we say these vows. So you have to keep your part of the contract. Okay? You have to keep your part of the contract. It is very important. So that is it. That's why after initiation, we'll go into those topics. You know, how to relate to the instructions of the spiritual master, who is actually a disciple, the qualities of a bona fide disciple. We discuss all that. Okay? It's contractual. Not that you keep on doing all the things you are doing and you expect the guru to still take you back home, back to Godhead. You want to kill the guru, have you? Because he said he's going to take you back home, back to Godhead. Won't kill him. Yeah? He's compassionate and he's spreading compassion towards you, and you want to finish him because of his compassion by still doing the things you were doing before. It's supposed not to be. You have to have mercy on the guru also, because it will become a heavy load. If you take initiation and you are still breaking all the principles, you become a very heavy load for the guru to carry. He's taking many other people along, and you have become the heavy load that is weighing him down. Sometimes it makes the guru to fall sick. That's one of the reasons why sometimes some guru fall sick, because of heavy disciples. Disciples who are very whimsical, are not ready to follow anything, but they have taken initiation. The way the guru tries the spiritual strength, because he's carrying other people along also. So your weight becomes very heavy on him. Then sometimes it manifests in form of some sickness like that. And that's why some gurus don't want to take more disciples. Even Jesus Christ himself, only 12 disciples he took. Only 12. There are some gurus in ISKCON, they have only 2 or 3 disciples. For many, many years of guruship, they take only 2 or 3 disciples. While there are some gurus who have taken thousands of disciples. They sacrifice themselves on behalf of the Parampara. Like His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. For instance, when he's initiating in Mayapur, devotees will come from Bangladesh, devotees will come from South India, devotees will come from all over. And the hall is so large, it can contain thousands of people. And all the hall will be full to the brim. All are taking initiation. Elderly husband and wives, elderly people, very elderly people, and middle-aged people, husband and wife, newly married, the singles, taking initiation. Thousands, once every year. You can imagine. So physically, Jayapataka Maharaj's physical body is down. And it has been down for many years. Still, the love of his disciple is still keeping him on. Many have passed on after he got stroke. Many have passed on. He's still there, functioning still. So he's not carrying the load for his own gratification, carrying on the behalf of the Parampara. And the Parampara is sustaining him because of his sincerity of purpose. They're protecting him and preserving him. Lord Nisingadev is personally keeping him to connect more people before he leaves. And he's ready to connect until he leaves. He's not ready to reserve anything. He's doing it on behalf of the Lord. Just like Bhima in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. When, not Bhima, Gadotesha. Gadotesha is Bhima's son. When the fight became very heavy and he was using his mystic powers, destroying the opponents seriously, then at a point, the Kana was having a particular weapon. That weapon is called Shakti. That weapon was preserved for Arjuna alone. He wanted to kill Arjuna because the weapon, if you release it once, he must get the target. So he was keeping it for Arjuna. But Gatotecha became so dangerous that Kana has to use that weapon for Gatotecha. And Gatotecha fell. He fell. But his body was so huge that even while falling, he used his body to smash so many enemies. His falling body killed so many people. So like this, complete living sacrifice. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. So it is advised for disciples to follow the instructions of their spiritual master, unless they want to make the journey awkward for the spiritual master. And there are cases that some spiritual masters come back because of their disciples to come and take them. But it's not obligatory, but their love for disciples is so much that they have to come back to come and take their disciples. To the extent that there was a disciple that his guru came back and acted as a prostitute in that particular lifetime. And this disciple was going to this prostitute religiously. As a matter of religion, just like daily worship, you don't joke with it. Morning, you do your worship. Evening, you do your worship. You don't joke with it religiously. Every day, this man will go to this prostitute. And he will cross past dangerous situation. One time, there was heavy rain. And a dead body was floating. He didn't know that it was dead body. He held on to that body to cross the river, just to go and meet the prostitute. And this prostitute was surprised when she had a knock on the window. Say, "Who are you?" "I am Biba Mangala. Biba Mangala. That's your customer." Say, "Eh? Biba Mangala. So you mean you cross this? You pass through this storm to come to me for what?" He said, "If you can develop this kind of attachment for me, if you can develop half of this attachment for your spiritual life, then you will go back home back to Godhead." Immediately he came to his realization that he has misdirected his determination. That the prostitute herself instructed him that if you can develop half of this attachment to your spiritual life, to your spiritual master, so you will go back home back to Godhead. Why all this? This is misdirected effort. So immediately he came to realization, not knowing that that prostitute is actually his own spiritual master that has actually came back just to claim him, because he was a very advanced devotee. So he went back. On the way, he was seeing things that were attracting him. He plucked out his eyes. He got a lady. He was attracted to another lady, and he went towards her and said, "Okay, come." He said, "Come." So give me a pin from your head. He gave him the pin, and he used it to pluck out his eyes, and he became blind. He blinded himself. And this devotee was there, and he was performing austerity until Krishna appeared before him and took him back home back to God. So the spiritual master can come back for the sake of his disciple, but it's not obligatory. If a disciple is not following, the spiritual master can reject that disciple also, can renounce that disciple. Yes, but some disciples become so advanced that the spiritual masters are so determined that they are ready to do anything just to come and claim them. We should not become such disciples. We should be disciples that will make the work easy for the spiritual master by representing him in some areas, helping him to bring people on board to Krishna consciousness. So it's a responsibility. Becoming a disciple is a responsibility. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. This rhetoric aspect, I didn't want to talk about it, but I didn't also elaborate. I just summarized it because it's not very palatable, but we have to talk about it. So we have talked about it. Okay, so concerning there are some things, some quotations that I was supposed to read, but since my PowerPoint is not, my computer is not functioning, so I'm not bringing the PowerPoints and I'm jumping them over. So let me read something from the Disciple Course handbook. It says, one must accept a Vaishnava guru, not simply by reading books. One should not proudly think that one can understand the transcendental loving service of the Lord simply by reading books. One must accept a Vaishnava guru, a Dau guru Asrayam, and then by questions and answers, one should gradually learn what pure devotional service to Krishna is. That is called the Paramparam system. We explained about it by questions and answers. These are quotations from the student handbook. And it is good you all get the student handbook so that we can go along with it. Then again, there is one place. I want to see my disciples become bona fide spiritual master. I want to see my disciples become bona fide spiritual master and spread Krishna consciousness very widely. That will make me and Krishna very happy. Keep trained up very rigidly, and then you are bona fide guru, and you can accept disciples on the same principle. But as a matter of etiquette, it is the custom that during the lifetime of your spiritual master, you bring the prospective disciples to him, and in his absence or disappearance, you can accept disciples without any limitation. This is the law of discipline succession. So the law of discipline succession is that when your guru is alive, you don't become a Diksha guru unless the guru himself personally appoints you to become. So instead, you bring the disciples, prospective disciples, to your guru for him to initiate them. Okay? But when the guru leaves, you can initiate on your own. Sorry, 1 minute. Okay. Hare Krishna. So there are so many more. Now about the retreat, they say there is no example of one. These are some key points, summary points, arguments against the retreat philosophy. There is no example of one taking Diksha from one's Param Guru in any of the bona fide Vaishnavas and Pradayas. 2, there is no sastric evidence indicating that one may take Diksha from one's Param Guru. Param Guru means you jump over to go and take a Diksha from Srila Prabhupada. No, you don't initiate on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. This is not done. You take your disciples. Then, okay, again then, Virabhadra Goswami, the son of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, in a letter to Srinivas Acharya, ostracized one Jaya Gopal from Vaishnava society for claiming himself as a disciple of his Param Guru. Instead, there is a counter evidence that those who try to claim that disciples of the Param Guru, they were expelled from the movement. Then again, rhetoric theory implies that only exceptionally empowered acharyas can become guru, which is not supported in Shastra or Vaishnava tradition. Rhetoric theory implies that acharyas can act contrary to Shastra, and rhetoric theory functions by undermining the actual development of faith in living Vaishnavas, which is an essential aspect of bhakti. A rhetoric guru gives advice. However, he does not formally accept the responsibility of delivering the disciple as a bona fide Diksha guru. That means he gives the initiation, but he's not ready to take the responsibility of delivering, and that is not our process. Okay, then again, the postmaster. There's an example that a postmaster can deliver something from the post office. Somebody sent before the current age where we can now do email and the rest. Before, when they send you package, you discuss with your brother abroad, you want to send you package, you send it to the post office. Then the postmaster now sends somebody to come and deliver the package to you. the postmaster himself is not bona fide. Is not the one giving you the package, and the person bringing the package to you is not the one giving you the package, but is doing it on behalf of the government. So if the postmaster deliver the package to you, it is bona fide, even though he cannot give the package by himself, but he simply carry out the order of the authority. So in that way, somebody can still be accepted as a guru if he carries out the order of the spiritual master and point out to you, this is the way out. Even he himself might not be a pure devotee, but he can show you the way. Just like the postmaster can deliver your package, you get your package all right. But the person delivering the package, it might not be, is not the one who is giving you the package. He's only acting on behalf of the government. So those who act on behalf of the spiritual master, carry out the instructions, they can become bona fide, they can act as gurus, exemplary devotees, can be seen as gurus, even if they are not pure yet. So, okay, thank you very much. We'll stop here. But next time, please, you should be asking questions.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, I want to ask that I have two questions. One
Okay.
is one a pure devotee. Then two, I would like that you explain the meaning of plenary expansion of Krishna.
Okay. What is the first question? What is the first question?
What makes one a pure devotee? Then
Okay.
explain the concept of plenary expansion.
Okay. What makes a pure devotee? Okay, there are qualifications of a pure devotee. And we're going to get to that. Is one of the topics here. But before then, we can just give something brief. A pure devotee, one of the qualifications of a bona fide guru, Abi, is that he himself must be connected to the chain of the paramparam. Okay? He must have his own guru and is acting according to the guru's direction. He does not deviate from the guru's instruction. He can be seen as a bona fide pure devotee. Even when your two legs are on this side, even when his two legs are in the material world, if he strictly follow the directions of the pure devotee, he becomes like the postmaster who delivers the package. So it should be seen as a pure devotee. But there are still pure devotees that are really pure devotees that their two legs are on the other side. Okay? So pure devotees are in categories also. You see? So but anyone on this level, anyone who is strictly following the rules and regulations, you should see him as a pure devotee. But a true pure devotee is one who is free from lust, greed, anger, envy, all those things. And they are Mahabhagavad. Those real pure devotees, they don't even preach because they see everybody as more advanced than them. So what are they preaching? They have developed to the level that they have arrived at proper self-realization, but they are spirit soul. They are not that they are getting it in theory. They have realized that they are spirit souls, part and parcel of Krishna. And they see the super soul, they see the Lord in the heart. And they see the Lord in the heart in every living entity. So those people, they realize that people are suffering because they are not devotees of the Lord. So their vision changes. They see everybody as equal. They respect every living entity. And they want to sacrifice their comfort to bring people on track so that they will become free from suffering like them. They have become free from suffering because they are taken to Krishna consciousness and they want to bring others. They want to free others from suffering. so that they will become like them. They become free from sufferings like them. So they get overflowing compassion, and they don't do anything except wanting to free others. And they are ready to take any austerity for that. These are pure devotees. Till they travel everywhere just trying to educate people. They have no desire for adoration, the desire for material gains. They just want to utilize everything that comes their way in the service of the Lord. They are pure devotees. But it is safe for us not to try to measure who is a pure devotee or who is not a pure devotee, provided the person is following the parampara. We take him as a pure devotee. Okay, so that is that. Then the planetary expansions is a whole big topic. It's a big topic of creation, where the Lord, when he wanted to create, decided to expand himself, and he became Mahavishnu. He lay down in the ocean and generated water from his body to cover half of the ocean. Then, he entered, he generated planets. Planets start coming out from his skin pores, and he enters into. So it's a very you're free with that. It's a very big topic. It's a very big topic. So let us keep it in the car park because the time is already. It's a big topic. The time is too short to address it. Let me see. I would like to ask questions about some topics. Hare Krishna, how do you free others without preaching? How do you free others without preaching? You can free others without preaching by your personal examples, by being exemplary. You can preach without preaching. You preach by your own personal example. In that way, you can free others. They watch your life and they see that this person's life is a preaching, is a message. That's why people like devotees. Generally, Kamis, they see devotees as occultic. But when they see how devotees conduct themselves, they become attracted. They cannot stop getting attracted to you because they see that a devotee doesn't go to discos, he doesn't go to clubs, they don't see them drinking bars, they don't see them in mama put places. Their life is, they don't see them smoking cigarettes, they don't see them, their life is completely reserved. Boys, so if they are girls, they don't see them doing frivolous movements. Their life is exemplary. It's attractive to them. Even your parents who do not want you to become devotees because they have stigmatized devotees as occultic. When they see how you conduct your life, they wonder and they want to be like you, but they still don't accept because the society says these people are bad. But deep in their heart, they appreciate your conduct, So if you are truly a devotee and you are following the principle, your life is itself is a message. And everybody, even children, will see. You are not antagonistic. You are not fanatical to the extent of, trying to discriminate others. And they see that you are friendly to all and you share whatever you have with everybody. You are just a peaceful person. You don't find trouble. You don't create trouble. If people find you trouble, you don't follow them to make trouble. They see your life as completely exemplary. And that itself is preaching. To very antagonistic people, even your personal life is a preaching to them. And that's why the Guru said it is a better preaching when you are able to live by example. Your life itself radiates that aura of inclusivity and positivity. And that is the main preaching. So you don't preach to preach. Your life itself is a preaching. That is where we are expected to arrive. Understand? That is where you are expected to arrive. So, okay. We keep your Mahavishnu and your expansion question in the car park for another day. Hare Krishna. Thank you. You see that the students have already indicated that, look, oh, the time is past. So I have other things to do. So they are gone. Only two of you remaining, or three of you remaining. So thank you very much for your presence. And we hope to serve you better. Once my computer is okay, all the previous PowerPoints, all the places we are going to display the PowerPoints to refresh our memory. Thank you. Guru and Krishna will bless you. We want exemplary devotees like you, and see you on Wednesday. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Father.
Dr. Paul, Hare Krishna. You should unmute
Hare
first.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Your
Hare
presence
Krishna.
is very encouraging. Just like
Thank you.
But
Thank
in this
you.
okay, your presence is very encouraging. Your presence is very encouraging also. And the other Paul too. He has left, but his presence is very encouraging. And your friend there also. Your friend, what's your name?
Isaac, back to Isaac.
Huh?
Back to Isaac.
Back to Isaac. Okay, you are the Isaac.
Yes, please.
Oh, the Tilo.
Yes, sir.
No wonder. I said, today Isaac didn't attend, but this person with Paul is also interested, not knowing that it's the Isaac that is there.
Yes, I'm the one who sent you the message that my network is not functioning well. So I'm just
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. I thought you have absented yourself today, not knowing that you're actually there.
yes,
So,
I'm there.
you are mature devotees, and you keep on this course. You will represent this movement very soon. And in fact, you're already representing it. So just realize it. That is it. You should all try to take initiation. You see, very soon you should try to take initiation before the ending of this year, because there is no time to waste. Understand? You have been in this life for many, many lifetimes, pursuing the same thing, chewing the truth. So you stop, become tired of it. Make money for Krishna and in Krishna devotional service. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
It's Confounder Charasila AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Yeah.
Okay. So on Wednesday, let us come early, and we should have a full class. Definitely we have a full class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Do you have the student handbook?
You said you don't have to do.
No, please.
It's on the platform. So I will forward it again so that I can print out copies for yourself.
The time that I joined, there was nothing like that. So I asked Paul to send it to me.
Okay, I will send it to you so that you can print it out
Okay.
before next class. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Okay.